Hi there Libra, thank you for joining me for your weekly forecast for week commencing the 5th of May. This is one of those weeks where there could be a fantastic breakthrough, but also something else may actually come in beneath your expectations. So there is a bit of a dichotomy around the possibilities, and particularly as far as finances are concerned. But you start the week potentially in really good heart, with the Sun forging an awesome angle to Jupiter, the planet of growth. And this goes on right through to Saturday. So if you're applying for jobs, trying to improve your situation, get an evaluation on a property, you may be very pleasantly surprised by what unfolds. Now, as the week begins, Mercury is also in this location, but it moves on Wednesday into an area which is much more to do with your fascination with new experiences. And travel plans could be triggered by this. But on Tuesday, a quarter moon suggests that when it comes to your hopes around your financial picture, it is going to be important not to be too idealistic. And of course, being an air sign and being concerned with natural justice as you are, sometimes the way the world is can actually really get you down. But the reality is that we are all little mini businesses competing with these providers of services who are not always very frank about what the best value is that we can get. So you're going to need to be tenacious this week to overcome anything where someone is not telling you the whole picture. And once you find out more details, you may be quite pleased by what you discover. Now, Venus, your ruler, is in a fantastic part of your horoscope, and one relationship can be going from strength to strength. And as it goes into opposition with Mars in your sign in the second half of this week, things may heat up between you and reach a point of greater intimacy. But you know, ironically, the same can be true in reverse. And if someone is not giving you the feedback that you want, and it just seems to all lack a little bit of spark, you may feel quite dissatisfied, and the Sun does retain its location in an area where you could make some snap decisions to end things as much as begin them. Now, when Mercury has moved, initially it will certainly give you a taste for widening your horizons, but by the end of this week it is squaring up with Neptune. And I do feel, therefore, that the detail of situations, particularly in any contracts, or what people tell you if you're buying and selling, is crucially important, because someone may not be completely honest. It may not even be a deliberate deception. They may make a genuine mistake, but from your viewpoint it could have some ramifications on what you plan. So do peer through the murky mist of what you're told and get down to those facts. Now, unfortunately, the downside that I spoke of at the start of this emerges right at the end of this week, when the Sun goes into an opposition with Saturn. And if you're in a situation where you just cannot agree to disagree even with someone who sees something very differently to you, and it could be over a financial situation, you may find yourself becoming really quite dispirited. But remember what I said before. One major breakthrough is possible. Something may come in underneath your expectations, and we have to accept that sometimes life isn't all about a series of wins. Sometimes we have something good happening, sometimes we don't. So don't see it as fated and it's always your luck that things don't pan out well, because the Sun goes face to face with Saturn. It's going to be natural for all of us to undergo some kind of challenge. But if you stand up to this and you're strong and you know what you want and you're clear and precise in what you say, you can still end this week being a winner. Thank you for joining me. Good luck and goodbye for now.